Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Unbound Soul Tarot. I'm Helen, and today we're going to be doing a super exciting pick a card reading for your month ahead. Now, what I want to say first, so that everyone would be on the same page, this is a timeless pick a card reading, and that's why I'm saying the month ahead rather than actually naming the month that we are currently in or that we are coming into or anything like that. I'm not naming a specific month because it's not important. So what I mean by the month ahead is that whenever you happen to see this video, from that point on, the next 30 days or so, that's what this reading is going to symbolize for you. So yeah, this is a timeless reading. So whenever you happen to see it, even if you happen to watch it 2 years after I have posted this, it's still going to be relevant for you. But now that we have that out of the way and everyone is clear on what we are doing here today, we have 4 piles, as you can see. Everything else is pretty much the same as any pick a card reading. So yeah, we have 4 piles: pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Now, I also attached some gemstones to the piles because I know that for me personally, it just makes choosing so much easier. We have Unakite for pile number 1. We have the pink moonstone for pile number 2. We have Sodalite for pile number 3 and blue lace agate for pile number 4. So yeah, you can take your time with choosing the pile. Just see which pile calls to you intuitively the most. If you can't really tell, you can always just go off of the color of the stone, or maybe the name sparks something in you. Or even if you choose absolutely randomly, I'm sure that there will be something from the reading that will resonate with you, or that you can apply to your circumstances, or kind of something to take away with you from this reading. Because yeah, I believe that what you are meant to hear, you will hear anyway, so you can't really choose wrong. And if you feel called towards several piles, that's absolutely okay too. Feel free to watch several piles. And with that being said, when you are ready, when you have chosen the pile that you want to watch, just go in the description box and you will find all of the timestamps listed there. And that's it. So I will see you guys in just a bit. Well, hello, pile number 1. So you guys chose the Unakite stone, very much heart-centered, heart-spaced stone. A lot to do with the heart chakra, as you can probably see from the green hues that are intertwined with the orange or the pinkish hues as well. So yeah, this is a great stone for the heart. But let's see what the cards have to say for your upcoming month. So as always, we're going to start out with the tarot, and we are going to see what they have to tell us. So, starting out. Wow. Okay. I'm going to lay the cards out, and then I'm going to tell you what they symbolize as well. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. So you guys, well, you have some pretty great cards coming out. So the center card here, this is representing your energy for the month. These 2 cards are representing your relationships with other people, and I specifically wanted it to be a broader sense. So this is not just like your romantic love life. This is about your general relations and communications with other people, how you relate to others for the upcoming month. And these 2 cards are talking about your money situation, your career, your job, that kind of thing, more the financial aspect of the month. So starting with your energy though, smack dab in the middle, we have the Page of Swords in reverse. So it's kind of a weird card for me because the surrounding cards are so incredibly positive, but the Page of Swords in reverse is telling me that there might be some form of either like uncertainty or something that is not, something that you are not exactly happy with, something that either you are worried about, or you just feel kind of a sense of loss of direction, almost like you're not exactly sure which way you should take, what you should do, what the best course of action for you to take would be. It's kind of a scattered energy, almost like your head is all over the place. So yeah, as I said, it's somewhat funny that the other cards coming out are rather positive, and you yourself seem to be very uncertain in the middle there. So you might be someone who generally overthinks things a lot, or who is in their head about things a lot, to the point where you start creating like these problems or issues or worries for yourself out of thin air, seemingly. So if that's you, it seems that yeah, that kind of aspect within you might really come to the forefront for you for the upcoming month. But as I said, it seems to be all in your head, because the other cards are really positive that I'm seeing, both with your relations and your kind of financial matters. So don't worry. It seems that your month is going to be a lot more positive than what you think. Now, looking at the relationships that you're going to have with other people, or the general energies of your relations to other people, we have the Ace of Pentacles with the Page of Cups. So this tells me that there is a lot of very like heartfelt emotions coming to the forefront. This Page of Cups can actually even symbolize someone coming your way, a specific person who has a very sincere, a very warm and loving and caring heart, someone who is a true friend to you, someone who really, really cares about you. And they are coming in to offer you something, or to make some form of proposition to you. Now, if this is not a specific person in your life, this could just symbolize the overall energy of your relationships for the month, which, as I said, is still very, very positive, especially with the Ace of Pentacles. This is kind of telling me that that your relationships with other people will just be very harmonious. They will be very honest, very loving and caring, and I also feel that that kind of energy is coming towards you, especially with the Ace of Cups, that other people, your closest friends, your family members, your romantic partner, if you have one, like people around you who really, really care for you, are going to offer their love and support to you. Maybe because you are in this more worrisome state yourself, and they can kind of pick up on that, especially with the Page of Cups. If this is a specific person for you, this is symbolizing someone who is also rather intuitive, who might be an empath, more of a sensitive soul, who picks up on other people's emotions and feelings, and knows how to deal with those accordingly, or knows how to show their support accordingly. So someone around you may be picking up on your more doubtful energies and come and offer their support to you. Now, this Ace of Pentacles could also symbolize just some form of really, really exciting offer coming your way. Maybe even from someone that you don't necessarily know. Maybe some form of new connection is coming in your life, or you just get a very cool and exciting and a very profitable offer as well. Something that might start off rather small, but something that is going to grow in time. So you might actually make a new friend, or if you are single, you might meet someone. That's just kind of like the seed of the connection, which is going to start growing in time. But in any case, the Ace of Pentacles is something very much real, very much tangible, very much like in the physical surroundings. So yeah, either it is a new person coming into your life, or someone you already know just coming to you with a really cool proposal or some kind of exciting offer. But all in all, when it comes to your relationships with other people, this looks like a very harmonious month where you will have support and nurture if you feel like you need it. I feel like the support is definitely there for you. And yeah, it looks like a very, very sweet and loving energy for the month for you. Now, moving on towards the more career, the more money-oriented section, we have the Three of Wands and we have the King of Pentacles. So this is telling me that you are working on something very significant. It looks as though you are trying to kind of raise some form of stability or increase some form of financial stability for you, and it looks like this is somewhat aiming towards a more like big picture, more long lasting, something that has like future prospects in the planning section there as well, because the King of Pentacles, he's very much abundant, he's very much financially secure, and he's very wise about his finances, about his investments, about how he handles money in general. So for some reason I feel like this is you, or this is the energy that you are trying to move towards. So some form of like long lasting, or I want to say long distance, but I know long distance is not the right word. You are, in any case, you are wanting to work on your finances for the long haul, or something that is, again, thinking about the future and your future security. That's the thing you seem to be building and working towards. And with the Three of Wands being here, this is a rather positive omen, saying that whatever it is that you are doing, or however you are approaching this, it seems to be working. It seems to be that you are on the right track. It seems to be a rather successful way, because the Three of Wands is almost like a guarantee that if you keep working at it, if you keep doing what you're doing, if you're keeping your eye on the prize and you are putting in the effort and the work and the dedication, your work is going to pay off. Your results are going to arrive. So yeah, this is a very, very positive omen. But it would also actually even somewhat clarify this Page of Swords energy in reverse that I was feeling with you being rather nervous or rather uncertain about things. Maybe you are trying to pull off something seemingly risky to you, or something that is out of your comfort zone for you. Maybe you're trying something new, or you're following some form of like passion of yours that doesn't maybe make sense to you, like rationally or logically, or something that goes against what you've been doing in the past or what you are used to doing. So there's some form of risk element that I'm feeling with these two cards. So it could be that you're doing something new, something that speaks to your soul, something that really sparks your passion, but that you haven't really maybe done before. So that also might be one of the reasons why you might feel uncertain, or what is kind of stressing you out a bit, and being worried about how this thing is going to turn out and whether it is going to be successful and profitable for you. But with this Three of Wands, I feel like, as I said, this is a very positive omen, so I feel like you are going to be successful. You just kind of need to keep working at it and keep your eye on the prize. Now with the King of Pentacles, this could also symbolize someone outside of you. This could symbolize someone coming to help you, someone who is more mature, someone who has more resources, more financial they are more financially secure and affluent. So they might come in and help you. They might join this project, or maybe even offer to invest in whatever it is that you're doing, or whatever form this King of Pentacles person is going to come in for you. I feel that they might support you in some way, and more so with monetary matters or like financially, but it could also be just advice and their know-how, because the King of Pentacles is a very mature, a very experienced person who has built themselves up. So they have a lot of know-how, they have a lot of knowledge and wisdom that they can share with you. But all in all, the monetary aspect of the upcoming month seems very positive as well. And it's just a message of keep doing what you're doing, keep the good work up, and know that you are going to be successful with dedication and keeping your efforts and your eye on the prize, so to say. So very, very positive cards coming out so far for you guys. Okay, next we have these tea leaf fortune cards, and these are going to be more specifically symbolizing each week of the upcoming month and some form of more significant or more prevalent energy or event or situation that you might encounter during that week of the month. I hope that made sense. So yeah, but before I put these cards down, I just wanted to let you guys know, because I've kind of had that, I've made that mistake myself. So from my experience, these cards more so symbolize like little or minor situations or occurrences. So even if you read the card and it may sound sometimes like dramatic or big, it normally tends to manifest in like smaller, mundane, day-to-day ways. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out there so that you wouldn't, you know, get too caught up in them. Just as a heads up, because I know I did that. But anyway, so we're gonna have weeks 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, you have rather positive cards. The only one is really for week 1, which we have finger, warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. But the others are all like rather positive, I'd say. For week 2, we have peacock, beware of great pride. For week 3, we have rainbow, the most difficult part of a situation is over. And week 4, we have family wishes come true. So, yeah, as I said, it's these normally tend to symbolize like rather small things. So if we look at week 1 and we have this warning you of a problem either now or in the near future, it could symbolize like, I don't know, something like small, some kind of small appliance breaking down in your home. So you kind of have to go and fix it, or something like that. So it tends to be like, it might sound somewhat like dramatic, but it actually manifests in a whole different way than you would expect. So just that's why I wanted to point that out before we got into the reading. So with this card for week 1, it could be that you encounter some form of like a small issue or some form of small nuisance that comes up for you that you have to deal with or that you have to sort out. Or it could be that, again, you encounter it in the upcoming weeks, because it does say in the near future. But more specifically, because this is coming out as week 1, more likely it's going to be during that week that you might encounter something small, something that is either annoying or something that you don't really want to deal with, but you kind of have to deal with it. But again, it feels more like a small issue and nothing too big or major to be worried about. It's just something, as I said, something more so annoying than anything else. But then for week 2, we have peacock, beware of great pride. So this could symbolize you, or it could symbolize someone that you come into contact with. So if this is talking about you, which for some reason I don't really feel that, especially with the Page of Swords in reverse, which is talking about your general energy for the month. But if this is you, if some instance or some kind of occurrence comes up for you during the second week, it's just reminding you or advising you not to act out from ego, but rather maybe take a more humble and a more compassionate approach. If someone does provoke you or something else happens where you feel threatened or just like negative, you get a negative situation coming up which triggers you in some way. So it's just kind of telling you to be aware of that and be aware of your behavior, especially during the second week, because something might provoke you or trigger you, as I already said. But this could also symbolize someone else. So yeah, if you encounter someone who is more of a, you know, they're really like full of themselves and they are, they're very arrogant or, you know, kind of feels like they are better than everyone else. Just again, this is just something that you might encounter someone who maybe kind of rubs you the wrong way, or you don't really want to deal with that person. So that's just again something to bear in mind. But more likely than not, this is going to be some form of like small occurrence that you have, or some form of small situation that you have with someone where you're like more ego or more prideful side of you might want to come forward, and this is just kind of telling you to be mindful of that. Now for week 3, this is a beautiful card. We have Rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over. So yeah, whatever you have been worrying about, it's kind of like tying in with your energy for the month, I feel. Whatever you have been worrying about or stressing about, week 3 is telling you that things will kind of smooth out. Things will get easier. It will get more into flow. It could actually have to do with something that you were doing, like business-wise or money-wise, job-wise, that kind of thing. But whatever situation has been giving you grief, by week 3, you are going to be feeling more, less stressed about it, more in flow, and just kind of more peaceful. And now week 4, we have, well, family wishes come true. So yeah, you might have some kind of like little victory happening for the family, or some kind of positive news. It could be regarding yourself, and that you get to share some really positive news with your family, which in turn makes your family really happy about it and very happy for you. Or it could be that your family has some really, really positive news to share with you. But in any case, it's a very, very positive omen. So as I said, you have some pretty cool cards come out. Now, we also have this card over here, which is the crystal for the month for you guys. And what I want to say about this is that this is the kind of energy, or this crystal's energy is going to be really beneficial for you for the month. So if you have this crystal, it would be recommended to kind of carry it with you or surround yourself with that energy for the month. But if you don't have it, and if you don't really want to do that, you can just kind of take the message on board. Or even if you, because I'm seeing this orange pop out for me, which is the color of the sacral chakra, creativity, all that kind of thing. So you might want to surround yourself or wear a lot of orange, or eat oranges, I don't know. Just kind of do something to incorporate this color in your life for the month, because this is a very lucky and a very blessing kind of energy that this crystal is providing, or the energy associated with this crystal. And we have honey calcite. So I'm going to read from the card what it says. So the honey calcite is a honey-hued mineral on a mission to turn the bewildered and bumbling into super-driven worker bees. Who needs it? Anyone with a job to do, the brilliant but lazy, any Taurus. Where to put it? Instead of banging your forehead repeatedly on your desk, try a gentle kiss of honey calcite there instead. When to use it? When the barriers to abundance feel too big to power through. When it's time to stop waiting your turn and stop waiting until tomorrow. Picture yourself triumphant on the other side of whatever stands in your way and call on honey calcite to kick in the door. Break through your limits. So I actually love that this is coming out, because I do feel with this Page of Swords card more specifically, that, as I said, you seem to be rather like doubting yourself or being really uncertain about things. So yeah, this like the honey calcite crystal might really help you with that. It might help bring you more into your kind of confidence and give you the passion and the drive to keep going and working towards what it is that you want to achieve. Again, it's kind of like, I feel like it's tying in with this Three of Wands card energy as well. So if you are worried about that, and if you are, again, like doing a lot of self-doubting, going back and forth, whether you can do something or whether you can't do something, or again, this insecure energy, then this crystal is definitely going to help you out with that. Or as I already said, you can just surround yourself with more like orange toned things and think more orange. But we also have these Sacred Destiny cards, oracle cards, and these are going to symbolize the two major themes of the month for you guys. So we have wonders and forgiveness. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. It's so interesting that we have forgiveness though, because as I was looking at the Page of Cups, especially with the Age of Pentacles, I know I didn't say it, but it did kind of cross my mind quickly that this could also symbolize some form of apology coming your way, because the Page of Cups, especially when it comes out with an ace, it can symbolize an apology. So someone coming your way to explain what happened, or to try and make amends somehow. So with this forgiveness card, I definitely felt like it needed to be mentioned, because it might be a very important aspect of the month for you, something that is going to be coming up for you this month. But we also have wonders. So I'm loving that this card is coming out, because it's almost like something miraculous happening that you could not believe that would happen. And we have the rainbow as well, and rainbows are very, very magical and a very positive omen as well. So kind of like wishes coming true and things going your way. So even with this well over here as well, it looks like a wishing well, right? So that's the expression. So I do see that there is a lot of positive omens that are coming out of this reading. So even if you feel sort of doubtful or uncertain yourself, it looks like the cards are pointing to a rather positive month, and maybe it's even going to turn out a lot more positive than you think. Okay, and then we also have the two last cards. We have Don't Let Your Past Hold You Back, South Node from the Moonology deck, which is just a general kind of guidance or advice for you for the month. And then we also have Badger Spirit, Be Fearless and Bold, number 4 from the Spirit Animal Oracle, as again, another piece of advice for you for the month. So both of these cards are so similar, and it's crazy to me that they are coming out like this. Because yeah, this is like, both of these cards are pretty much telling you to not doubt yourself, to not doubt your abilities and your skills and your capabilities of bringing about what it is that you want to bring about. Especially with the Don't Let Your Past Hold You Back, it seems that there might be some form of like conditioning that is still with you from your past experiences, or whether someone told you or ingrained in you that you are somehow not able to achieve things that you want to achieve, or whether it's just that you've had past experiences that were so kind of traumatic for you that they somehow instilled within you that, you know, you can't be successful because you weren't in the past or something like that. Whatever the case, this is a completely new scenario. You are not the same person that you were in the past, and these circumstances are different from what they were in the past. So definitely try and come out of that mentality of the past experiences that you've had, and don't let them limit you. Set your sights on the future, set your sights on what you can achieve, what you can do, and just bring yourself to this fearless and bold state of being. Believe in yourself, trust your own skills, your own knowledge, and know that you can do whatever you want to do. Because as I said, with the Three of Wands and the King of Pentacles coming out here, it feels like you are very much moving towards the place that you want to move towards. You are moving towards wish fulfillment, getting your rewards for your hard work. But you just have to believe in yourself and keep doing what you're doing. So yeah, I just feel like these two cards are coming out to remind you of your own power and to not forget about it. So I'm gonna leave you guys there because I feel like the reading was a lot longer than I had anticipated, but yours was a very, very positive reading, pile number one. So I hope that you got some enthusiasm and some motivation to face the upcoming month, and things are going really, really well for you. So yeah, amazing reading for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this reading and for spending this time with me. And if I don't see you in any of the other piles, then I'm sending you so much love and light and wishing you all the best. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number two. So you guys chose the pink Moonstone. Very intuitive card, very much to do with the emotional sphere, your more feminine, more mystical side. So yeah, it's one of my favorites, so yeah, it's a cool choice. But let's get straight to the cards. So we're going to start out with tarot, and I'm going to get all the cards out first, and then I'm going to tell you what they symbolize for you guys. So, oh, heavy hitting straight off the bat. Interesting. Okay, so so the cards go as follows. These two cards are symbolizing your relations with other people, and I specifically wanted it to be broader regarding like your general, or the general energy around your relationships with others. This is not specifically about romance or like your love life. This is your relationships and how you communicate and how you get along with other people in your life. And it could even be strangers, right? Just like how you communicate with people you come into contact with. But more specifically, this is of course going to be about your close circle, your family, your friends, your romantic partner as well. But just again, it's not like romance specific. Then we have the middle card over here, which is your energy for the month. And then we have these two cards, which are symbolizing your monetary situation or your finances, your job, your career path, those kinds of aspects for the month. Okay, so very interesting energy, guys, I have to say. We're starting with your energy for the month, which is the Hermit in reverse. Now, with it being a major arcana as well, I do feel like you are coming out of some sort of very like long-lasting, for some reason I feel long-lasting and significant period in your life where you might have been more withdrawn, where you might have been like distant, either like actually physically distant from your surroundings, from other people, or you've just kind of been more withdrawn, like emotionally speaking and energetically speaking. Because the Hermit is very much someone who goes inward to do a lot of introspection, to go through everything that is going on with them, inside them, internally, what they are feeling, what they are thinking, what is the truth within them that they need to follow and that they have to do. So with it coming out in reverse, I feel like for the upcoming month, you are finally coming out of that place. You are maybe putting yourself out there again and starting to socialize more, starting to reach out to people more, and just kind of open yourself up. And I feel that more specifically with the Queen of Wands over here, which is very much a very powerful energy that I'm getting with the Queen of Wands. And for some reason, I do feel like it's you and not someone else. But I'm sorry, I'm rushing ahead. So yeah, for the month, I feel like you are going to become more active. You are going to kind of come out of your hermit mode, come out of your, so to say, cave that you have been in, whether again, like actually physically, where you have isolated yourself from others, or where you have just like energetically been more detached from other people. In any case though, I feel like the wisdom that you have gained while you have been doing this introspection, it seems to be very much like at the forefront. So now you get to apply everything that you found out while you were in this hermit-like mode and more detached. Now is the time when you actually express and bring forth and start making decisions and start taking action based on what your truth is, what you discovered when you were more detached and more isolated. But now looking at the energies of your relationships for the month, we have the Two of Cups in reverse with the Two of Swords. It's interesting that you have two twos come out. So it's straight away, I want to say that this is a numerical synchronicity, which you might want to pay attention to. You might be noticing the numbers pop up for you. So just pay attention to that. But generally speaking, you may have some form of like a misunderstanding or some form of, I don't want to say fight because I don't feel it as dramatically as that, but it's some form of like argument that you may come across this month with someone who is a very significant or a very important person in your life. And it might kind of throw you off balance, especially regarding how to deal with it or how to move forward, because for some reason I feel that the argument or the misunderstanding is going to stem from this new knowledge of yours, this new way of being that you discovered for yourself while you were in hermit mode, because hermit mode changes people. When you come out of hermit mode, you are not the same person that you were before you went into hermit mode. So I do feel that there's some form of truth speaking that you're going to be doing. This feels very powerful energy to me. It feels like you are, like now that you found out what it is that your truth is, you're starting to, as I said, you're starting to express it more freely. You're starting to actually take action based on what your truth is. And if that means disrupting the status quo with someone, then I feel like that's what you're going to do, because you need to follow your truth. You need to stay true to what it is that you want for yourself, how you feel, what you believe in, what you stand for, all those kinds of more authentic and more truthful questions, I feel are going to be coming to the forefront of things. So as I said, you might be getting into some form of misunderstandings or verbal arguments or bickerings or something like that with others. And I do feel for some reason that there's going to be like one that is more significant with someone who is very, very close to you. This could be your romantic partner. It could be a family member. It could be a very close friend to you. But just as a general energy, this might be something that you come across more than once during the month. So yeah, it seems that you do have some kind of decisions to make about how you want to proceed further with the connections currently present in your life, and whether you want to keep all of them in your life. Because as you change, it is absolutely, it's natural that your surroundings and your friends and your relationships in your life change as well. Because once your frequency changes, not all of the people around you are going to match that frequency. So you might feel that you don't really resonate with maybe some friends that you used to hang out with all the time way back when, but now you feel like you don't really have anything in common with them anymore. So you like kind of have to decide what you want to do, and whether you want to keep them in your life, or whether it's wiser for you to move on and find a new group of friends who resonate more with your new energy, with your new frequency. So whatever the case, I do feel that there are some form of decisions that might be coming up for you, especially regarding how you deal with people in your life, how you deal with important connections in your life, and how you want to continue or not continue with them. So you definitely have some decisions to make this month. And even though it may be somewhat tricky or somewhat challenging, especially at first, especially if it is regarding someone who has been a very like a long-standing friend in your life, or a long-standing presence in your life, it might be somewhat tricky, or it might be somewhat challenging, and you may feel conflicted about it, or at a crossroads, not really knowing what to do about it. I do feel that you can kind of tap into this newfound wisdom and this newfound intelligence that you have come into contact within you. So yeah, even though, as I said, even though I feel like you are kind of coming out of this more isolated energy, I still feel that you have a very strong connection with your inner self, with your intuition, and with your inner guidance now. So it's a lot easier for you to tap into that from here on out. That's what I'm feeling with this energy as well. But now looking at the energy of your sort of more career, your more financial aspects as well, we have the Queen of Wands with the Five of Swords in reverse. So again, this feels more of that like getting back in your power, and just knowing what it is that you want to do and just doing it. I don't see a lot of hesitation, and I don't see a lot of worry, and you might actually even be resolving some form of issues that you might have been somewhat worried or stressed about in the past. Maybe some like work relations, or some kind of more troubling, some kind of more challenging energies that you encountered before when it comes to your money or your career path. It seems that you are kind of clearing the situations out, and you are knowing, like, you know exactly what to do, or you know exactly how to handle them. So it seems to be like a more harmonizing and a more balancing energy when it comes to your career or your money situation as well. Because the Queen of Wands is very, very powerful, and very very knowing, very confident, very passionate. They know what it is that they want to do, and they are just doing it. And as I said, I do feel that this energy is representing you. So it's almost like you are stepping into your power and kind of taking matters into your own hands. So if you have been in this state of worrying about what it is that you should do, or how to deal with your financial situation, I feel like this month, especially with this newfound wisdom of yours, I feel like you are going to be more knowing as I said, be more confident, stay more in your power, and just deal with situations as they arise. There's like almost this having this a very firm approach, but at the same time being gentle with it, like not bulldozing anyone over, but just doing what it is that you want to do and following your heart, following your passion. And if there have been any like challenging energies that you dealt with before, I feel like those are going to be resolved this month, especially when it comes to other people regarding your work or your career. So any people who you are collaborating with, or your colleagues, or your relations with your boss, that kind of thing, I feel like it's going to kind of ease out, or it's going to be smoothed out. It feels very good. This Queen of Wands energy feels very good, especially with the Five of Swords in reverse, which is again telling me that things are going to be getting easier, things are going to be smoothing out, and you're just going to kind of clear out any more difficult energies with ease. But we also have these tea leaf fortune cards. We have 4 of those. So these are going to represent each week of the upcoming month, and they are going to symbolize a more significant event or something, or more significant energy that is going to take place during that week. But what I want you guys to bear in mind before I put these cards out and lay them out in front of you is that these are generally more like minor things. So even if the card says something that sounds like dramatic, it tends to manifest in more like minute and more mundane day-to-day things. But let's see what comes out for you. So for week 1, we have Grasshopper. Situations in the balance that require careful handling. Oh my goodness, it's so funny that it's coming out right underneath the 2 of Swords. We have Shark. Take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. This was week 2. Week 3, we have Cracked Cup. Dissatisfaction with life. And week 4, we have Bridge. Successfully overcoming a problem. So as I said, the first 3 cards maybe seem somewhat like dramatic, or they seem somewhat concerning, but actually these are more like these are more minor, more kind of insignificant situations. At least in my experience, that tends to be the case. So yeah, they might manifest in a completely different way than what you would expect. So yeah, with the Grasshopper, I'm going to go through them one by one. With the Grasshopper for week 1, situations in the balance that require careful handling. So I feel that during the first week, you might encounter some more delicate situations where you really need to be very diplomatic. You need to watch your words, be mindful of how you behave and what kind of energy you give off to other people. And I do especially feel like a very strong tie to this energy, even though this is a more general energy for the whole month. I do feel a strong tie to this. So it could be that some form of misunderstanding or some form of argument rises during the first week of the month for you, and you kind of need to figure out how you want to handle that situation, how you want to deal with it, and what you want to do regarding that relationship, whatever that is for you. But it could be it could be anything else as well. I do feel a strong tie to this, but it doesn't have to be tied to the relationship aspect of your life. But it could also be something that you just have been putting off for a long time, and now it's kind of time to finally deal with them, or to make some kind of decision. Again, with you being in this or coming out of this more hermit-like mode, it could be that you kind of pushed everything more mundane, everything more like responsibility related, kind of to the side there, and focused on yourself, on your own well-being. And and maybe now like you kind of have to pick it up again and just handle the things that you maybe put on the back burner there for a while. So yeah, that's week 1 for you guys. Now we have week 2, which I know kind of sounds a bit maybe scary. We have take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. So this is just kind of telling me to be mindful of your spending and to really consider what your financial decisions that you make. Yeah, to me, like this is more so symbolizing just being wise with your investments, being wise with where you put your money or what you decide to spend your money on, and again, just kind of thinking things through more so. If you are into like impulse buying or stuff like that, just wanting to treat yourself a lot to things that you really want, but you don't really actually need, then it's like that kind of energy, which on the second week, you kind of really need to pay attention to, so that you would be more careful with your money and not spend it in places that are not actually going to be beneficial for you, or that could turn out to be a quote-unquote bad investment, so to say. Now for week 3, we have cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. So it could be that something happens that disappoints you, or where you just kind of feel like you're just kind of not happy with the way that things are, and you want to change, or you want to shift, you want to kind of mix things up a bit. It could be just like that you feel down for one day, or that you have like a more of a low point in life. And I mean, who hasn't got those kinds of days, right? Especially right now in these really, really changing times. So yeah, this is really what like this week 3 or what this card is symbolizing. So that at one point during the 3rd week, you might have something come up, or some form of like more negative thoughts that pop up for you, something that kind of makes you feel like you want to change, you want to shift, you want to, as I said, like mix up the energy a bit and bring about something new for yourself. Or it might get you kind of into your head more and get you thinking about where you want to go next. So it's actually even funny because I feel that there is a lot of like decision making and a lot of like action taking for you for the month. So yeah, definitely the month is going to be, I feel, more like eventful for you guys, or where you do more and you experience more. And even if it's not like actually having like these huge physical experiences every day, it's like energetically speaking, I feel like there are a lot of shifts happening and a lot of changes that you are making, both in like your relations with other people and your career path, or how you want to move forward when it comes to your finances. So yeah, I'm not surprised that for week 3 you have this more like just analyzing things and checking in with yourself to see whether you are happy with the way that things are going, or whether you still want to like make some changes. And that's what I feel like is this card symbolizes for you. And at one point during week 3, you are going to ask these questions of yourself. But okay, we get to week 4, which is bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. So yeah, this is a beautiful way to end the month with you arriving at some kind of successful outcome. So whatever you however you deal with your more like difficult situations, it could even be like this, the way that you handle the situation during week 1, something that you kind of need to deal with. Whatever the case, by week 4, you will have kind of smoothed out some kind of issue or some kind of more delicate situation. And it could actually even be with your career, because I do feel a connection with this 5 of Swords in reverse, where, as I said, if there has been some kind of more challenging energy that you have encountered, I feel that it's going to be resolved during that month. So it could happen during week 4 for you guys, or it could symbolize just some kind of other successful achievement or successful outcome to a situation. But yeah, in any case, this is very, very exciting energy. Pile number 2, very exciting energy. And as I said, I feel like a lot is going to be happening for you guys. But then we also have this thing, which is this is a crystal card, and this is going to be the crystal or the gemstone of the month for you guys. And this is symbolizing the energy that is going to be like a very beneficial energy for you for the month. So if you have this specific crystal or gemstone, that's perfect. You might want to keep it close to you or surround yourself with the energy during that month, because it will help you out a lot, and it will be like a lucky talisman for you. But if you don't have the crystal or the gemstone that came out for you, then you can just kind of take on board the energy, like really think about the message coming through with this crystal. Or you can even like, if you so wish, you can like print out the picture of this crystal and just keep it somewhere where you can see it. Maybe put it on your vision board if you have one, or something like that if you are interested in that. But if not, then you can just listen to what I'm saying, and that's that. But muscovite. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna read what the energy of the muscovite stone is. Hedi muscovite, also known as common mica, acts as a navigation tool for explorers of the supernatural and synchronistic. Who needs it? The pragmatic, empirical, and reasonable. Anyone who has ever asked themselves, how did I not see that coming? Where to put it? Against your forehead while peering into the future. When to use it? When I want to believe is your MO. When you feel like you've been missing the signs. When you have a problem logic won't solve. When you've blown the lid off with too much meditation, microdosing, or moldavite and need to get a grip. Develop your foresight. So yeah, this is actually, as I said, I feel that you have like come more into contact with your like inner knowing, with your deeper wisdom. So yeah, this is kind of more to bring you back to the physical, and just kind of again like aid you in like being connected with your intuition and predicting things and having feelings about things that are going to happen and stuff like that. So that kind of energy is, or this stone is going to kind of like be a very lucky stone for you this month. But again, if you don't have this stone, or if you are not really interested in getting it, then it's absolutely okay too. And you can just carry around the knowing that the stone muscovite is going to be beneficial for you for the month. It's like, as I said, it's like your lucky talisman. So even if you keep that like in your awareness and kind of think about the stone, or just even if you like look at the stone online or something like that, I feel like that would be that would help you out as well, just to kind of give you that the lucky energy of this stone. But we also have 2 Sacred Destiny Oracle cards, and these are going to be the major themes of the month for you. So we have diligence and we have solitude. Oh my goodness, that is so interesting, because as I said with the Hermit card, that I feel like you are coming out of this more isolated energy. But it might be that you still kind of feel somewhat like solitary, or that you want to like draw your energy back into yourself. When you come into like other energies, you might feel somewhat overwhelmed by that, and like, as I said, want to like withdraw again. But in any case, I do feel that this like that being on your own is still going to be extremely beneficial for you, and just kind of again tapping into this newfound wisdom and newfound sense of knowing and certainty that that I feel that you have developed with this hermit energy that you have been in. So yeah, again, very strong connection with the self. That's what I'm getting with this solitude. Very, very strong connection with the self, and both with your like the inner wisdom and your higher self. And then we also have diligence. So it's interesting that this card is coming out because, as I said, I feel like there have been maybe some kind of responsibilities or something that you have been putting off while you have been more in this like introspective and taking care of your own needs and just kind of being with yourself, spending time with yourself. So during that time, I feel that there might have been things that you have been putting off to the side, not necessarily like neglecting, but just not really like putting too much effort into things, or not concentrating on them. So it's almost like now you're kind of, as I said, picking things up again and starting to devote more energy and effort to these things that you haven't maybe dealt with for some time. So that's what I'm getting with this diligence card, that you're kind of like getting back out there and just starting to take care of things again, and kind of turn your focus to the external, trying to see that everything is taken care of and that like everything is sorted out. I get a lot of sorting out of things, as I said, both in your like relationship sphere and in your like financial sphere. So a lot of taking care of things for you guys for the upcoming month. Oh, interesting. We have a time for healing, balsamic moon, with the Moonology Oracle deck. So this is just like an advice or a suggestion for you for the upcoming month. And then we also have giraffe spirit, see the big picture. So with this, a time for healing, I kind of feel like it's almost talking about, again, like taking care of things around you, like healing or like setting things straight when it comes to your external circumstances for some reason. And normally I would say that this is like, again, like more of that hermit-like energy and turning your focus inward. But I feel like this is more so talking about healing things with others and healing things outside of yourself, because I feel like you've been doing a lot of healing on the self already. That's the kind of energy that I'm feeling with you guys. And with the giraffe spirit, see the big picture. I feel like this is just a little advice or a little reminder for you guys not to get like sucked into any minor details and not to get overly worried about them. And I don't really feel a lot of worrying with you guys. I honestly don't really feel that. But it's just like as you are dealing with maybe these more like these relations or these situations that might pop up for you with other people in your life, or even like your work situations or your money situations, I feel that just like, again, keeping the grand vision in mind and not getting sucked into any details, not getting sucked into any like any of the nitty-gritty, which maybe doesn't have too much clout, or that they don't really matter too much. Just keeping that in mind, and again, staying focused on your truth, what you believe for yourself, what you stand for, and just keeping that at the forefront of things and using that as a compass to move through the month. But I'm going to leave you guys with that. A super, super exciting energy coming up for you for the next month. I feel, as I said, I feel a lot of shifting and a lot of movement and action. Again, whether actually physical or whether energetic, it's either way, it's a very exciting time for you guys. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this pile number 2. I hope that it resonated and I hope that it gave you something useful. Now, if I don't see you in any of the other piles, then I am sending you so much love and light. I'm wishing you all the best, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3. You guys chose Sodalite, so let's get straight to it. We are starting off with tarot cards, and I am first going to lay the cards out, and then I'm going to tell you what they symbolize more specifically. Oh, beautiful. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. We have the Eight of Wands in reverse. We have the Three of Cups in reverse. We have Justice. And we have the King of Swords in reverse. So a lot of reversals coming out for you guys. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't want you to get caught up in that. But it's just something that I'm noticing. Okay, so as I said, there is a system to these tarot cards. So the first 2 cards are going to symbolize your relations with others, the kind of overall energy for your relationships with other people. And this is not necessarily a romantic, like love life kind of energy. This is just your general, how you relate to other people, how you communicate with others, how your connections with other people are going to be like. Then this card in the middle, this is symbolizing your energy for the month, your kind of general energy. And then these 2 are symbolizing your kind of career, your monetary situation, things that are related to your job, your work, that kind of thing. So with the Three of Cups in reverse, which is symbolizing your energy, I'm actually feeling that you might not want to be overly surrounded by other energies. I see an energy of wanting to be more on your own, or wanting to maybe somewhat like isolate yourself from others, or have more time for yourself to deal with whatever you want to deal with, to spend your time on what you want to spend your time on, without really having to like constantly think about other people and other people's needs. And I mean, that's normal, right? Everyone needs that kind of downtime. Everyone needs time where they can just be with themselves, time that they can spend solely on themselves, and where they can kind of replenish their own emotional and mental and physical well-being. So that's really the energy that I'm feeling for you, like most dominantly for the upcoming month. Just really like turning that focus inward and on yourself, maybe even kind of retracting your energy from the other people around you somewhat. I'm not saying completely, but just maybe being more watchful and mindful about how much time you spend with other people and how much energy you give them. I see more of, as I said, I see more of you yourself being at the forefront of your life for this upcoming month. So it might actually even be, I just want to point out with the Three of Cups, it might be that you have been giving a lot of yourself to others. You have been very supportive and more so putting other people's needs in front of your own. But yeah, I feel that now it's time to turn the focus back towards yourself. Now, looking at the energies that are symbolizing your relationships with other people, we have the Five of Cups in reverse with the Eight of Wands in reverse. So the Five of Cups in reverse is actually a really, really, really positive omen, because this is talking about coming out of a more melancholy, a more sad, or sometimes even like depressed way of being, or an emotional state that is off kilter. So yeah, it could be that some form of situation that left you very much emotionally wounded, that you are finding some form of relief to that situation or to that emotional state. and that things are going to ease up for you. But with the Eight of Wands in reverse, I do feel that it is going to take time. So what I'm feeling is that this like recovery period might be starting this month. So this is going to be, of course, different for all of you, and depending on what actually took place, what happened for you, the time frames are going to be different. But in any case, I do feel that it is more of a slow process, but that it is beginning, it's going to start getting easier, start getting better this upcoming month. Another theme that I'm getting with this is that you are going to maybe even cut out people from your life who don't really give anything like positive to you, emotionally speaking, who either drain your energy or who are not actually a beneficial or a positive influence in your life. So I see you kind of retracting your energy from those kinds of people, and as I said, maybe even cutting them out completely, stopping relations with them, and again turning your focus more so towards yourself and figuring out what it is that, or what kind of people you actually want to surround yourself with. And all of those people who don't fit that higher standard that you are like setting for yourself, those people have to go. But as I said, I feel like those are going to be people who more so bring you down rather than actually lift you up. So it's more like releasing a burden rather than losing anything. So even if you are releasing any people, I don't see you being very sad about it. I also see you being relieved. And whatever the specifics of your circumstances, just as a general energy, I do feel a more like an energy getting more lighter, and relations getting easier, things kind of getting to a more positive space. But again, I don't feel like it's going to like materialize fully in the next month. I see positive changes starting to take place and starting to happen. It is going to take time, but I feel that the beginning stage of things starting to get easier is going to happen this month that you are going into. Now, looking at this Justice with the King of Swords in reverse, this I feel is another very positive omen for you, because with Justice being the only major arcana and with it being the only upright card, I feel that like luck, so to say, is on your side, or there's some form of like positive outcome that is going to happen, that is going to, I feel like it's going to happen in your favor, or there's some form of positive turnout of a situation regarding your finances. Now, with the King of Swords being here in reverse, I feel that this is someone outside of you. This could represent a boss, or it could represent, it could just be someone that you are dealing with regarding your work situation. It could be a business partner as well. But with the King of Swords in reverse, I'm getting more of an unfair energy. Someone who is maybe very like pushy in their views and in their opinions. Someone who is not the most diplomatic, let's just say it that way. So if you have someone like that present in your life, especially regarding your financial situation, I feel that things are going to balance out for you in that matter. So if you have any kind of contracts or any kind of other like liabilities or responsibilities, like legal obligations, then I see things turning out positively in your favor. some form of issue, if you have something regarding your work with like an authority figure, or as I said, your business partner or your boss. It seems that the issue is going to be resolved, and a fair outcome is going to take place. So that's a very positive omen. I feel that this Justice card is a very positive omen for you. But even if you are not like necessarily involved in any contracts or legal obligations or something like that, then this is just symbolizing a more like a more prosperous, a more hopeful time coming for you, where things are starting to balance out, or you might be getting a fair reward for your job or for the work that you've done, or some form of like fair compensation, some form of like positive news when it comes to your money situation, or just your work and your career. So all in all, even though there are a lot of reversals over here, I do see positive things happening both in your relationships with other people and in your like money situations. And as I said, I don't feel like very huge any huge shifts happening or any very like big occurrences. I just feel that there is a starting point to these energies. There is a starting point to things starting to go more your way, and things becoming easier and kind of aligning more, and kind of getting into a flow, into a smoother flow. So yeah, but as I said, in any case, this is very, very positive. Now we have these 4 tea leaf fortune cards, and these are going to represent each week of the upcoming month, and they are going to pinpoint some more like significant events or energies that might pop up for you during that week. Now I just want to point out and I feel so strange saying it for the 3rd time, but these cards, even though they sometimes may sound more dramatic, don't get too caught up in them, because from my personal experience, it tends to manifest, or the things that these cards say tend to manifest in more minor, in more minuscule ways, in more like these mundane day-to-day things, or usually they kind of surprise you in the way that they manifest. But let's see. Okay, we have Bull. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. This is for week 1. For week 2, we have Man. Dealings or relationship with a man. Oh my goodness. I actually feel for some reason that this is the King of Swords in reverse for you. As I said, I feel very strongly that this is someone outside of you, that this is not you, but someone else. So it could be during the 2nd week of the month that you are dealing with this person, or that some form of resolution is taking place for this situation. We have Dog barking. Advice from a friend for week 3. And Sunrise. New creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start for week 4. I love this. It's I love that we are ending on such a positive note. But yeah, this is some very, very interesting energy coming through here. And I actually even feel like somewhat of a connection with these two. So with week 1 and week 2, do not back down from opposition, show strength and fortitude. And dealings or relationship with a man. I do feel that these two could be connected. So for the first 2 weeks of the month, the situation at work, or your relations with your boss or your business partner or your colleagues or something, but more strongly I feel that this is more of an authority figure who is somehow connected with your work or your career. So yeah, I feel like during the first week, you might come into some form of confrontation, or you might be challenged somewhat. So this is just kind of advising you to to stand your ground and to stand for what you believe in, to not allow yourself to be bulldozed over or pushed over in a situation. So yeah, you might come into, there might be some form of, as I said, there might be some form of confrontation, or it could just be, it doesn't have to be like that dramatic. It could absolutely be something on a smaller, on a more minor scale. So like it could even actually even like symbolize you wanting to take time out from like external energies, as I said, with the Three of Cups in reverse, where I feel that you are turning your gaze more so inwards, and it could actually even manifest in a little like squabble or something that you have with the people around you who are used to you devoting so much attention to them, and who maybe do not really understand the need for you to like withdraw your energy from them. But it's like you kind of need to do it for the sake of your own well-being. So that's something that this card could symbolize as well. So as I said, there are so many different ways that these cards can manifest, and they usually tend to manifest in ways that you don't even expect. So yeah, but I don't feel anything like major. Again, with these cards, as I said, they more so symbolize like these minor things. But yeah, that's week 1 for you. Just something to bear in mind and to be watchful of, and see if any of these more like confrontational situations crop up for you. But again, as I said, it could be something like very, very minor, where you just kind of need to stand your ground. Okay, for week 2, we have dealings or relationship with a man. So as I said, I feel a very strong tie to this King of Swords person. So it could be that this person who is tied to your workspace somehow, that you have to deal with them during the second week, or that you get into some form of like situation with them that needs to be resolved. Or it could actually, it could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be whoever, but some kind of person who is probably going to evoke some more serious feelings in you. They might be positive, they might be negative, but some kind of person is going to be probably more significant for you during the second week, and your dealings with them is going to be more on the forefront for you. Now, going into week 3, we have advice from a friend. So yeah, you could hear from someone who is close to you, who maybe even like wants to help you out with this work situation or work scenario that you are experiencing. Or it could just be just a friend wanting to talk to you and help you out in any way that they can. But yeah, it seems to me that week 3 is going to be is going to be somewhat more like mellow, and you'll just have somewhat of a more supportive energy from a friend, which is always nice. And then we end, as I said, very positively with the Sunrise card for week 4. New creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. So yeah, as I said, I feel like for your energy, which seems to be very like regenerative, or where you kind of rejuvenate yourself and replenish your own energy, your own emotional cup, your own like mental space, where you really need to take time out for yourself. I feel like it's going to bring about a lot of, as the card suggests, a lot of fresh energy, a lot of new and exciting ideas, and like inspirations that might pop up for you. So yeah, it seems that the energy that you're going to spend on yourself while you take this time out, it's going to be very beneficial, and it's going to be crucial for you to kind of as I said, recharge yourself, right? And get this like spark of energy back. That's actually so great. This is such an amazing card. But now we have a crystal card. So This crystal card is going to symbolize a crystal of the month for you. And what that means is that the energy of the property and the frequency of this crystal is going to be very lucky for you. This is going to help you out during the month. And if you have this crystal, that is amazing. You can keep it close to you. You can surround yourself with it, just to kind of, again, just so that it could help you out during this month as you're going through the month. But if you don't have it, and if you don't really like plan on getting it for you, if you're not interested in that, you can just take on board what the crystal symbolizes and kind of keep it in your awareness as well. That might help you out as well. We have selenite. Oh, I love selenite. Selenite is an amazing stone, and it's like really, really high vibe, and it's also very universal. It like helps you, how should I say? It helps you like even program things, or like clear things out and clear energies out. So, oh, that's actually interesting that you're getting this when your own energy, as I said, is very much like turning your focus inward and like maybe clearing out some energetic cords from your space that don't actually resonate with you anymore. So that's interesting as well. But okay, I'm going to read what the card actually says. Icy selenite is a form of gypsum with a calm, cool, and collected vibe. Who needs it? Healers, believers, the currently cleansing, juice, technology, etc. Where to put it? Wherever you want the slate wiped clean. Your bedside table after a brutal work week, or around your apartment after somebody extra shady visits. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry I'm laughing. It's just, it's kind of cracking me up how I was sensing this like clearing out energy, and like with this more negative influence from this person, even though, as I said, I feel like things are kind of easing out and some kind of resolution is going to be had. It's still interesting that you get this like clearing out energy, which makes a lot of sense. If you come into contact with these more like dense and heavy and negative energies, you kind of want to keep yourself clear from those. When to use it? When you move into a new space and want any lingering bad juju to vamoose. When you pray to gods above. When you've been working with crystals and want to clear away energy they've picked up in the process. Give them a gentle tap with selenite. Clear your path to enlightenment. So yeah, I'm not surprised that this is your crystal for the month. And actually selenite is rather inexpensive, and it is really easy to get, at least generally speaking. So if you are interested in it, this is a really, really, really great stone to have if you believe in crystals, and if you like them, that is. Of course, like you're not don't feel like forced or pressured into doing anything. You don't need the crystal if you don't have it, but it's like a lucky talisman for you for the month. And the energy of the crystal is going to be very beneficial for you for the month. So that's why this is here. But we also have the Sacred Destiny Oracle cards, which are going to symbolize the two major themes coming out for you for the month. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, we have love and we have wisdom. I had a feeling that love was going to come out for someone. But more so, I actually feel that this is like, and I'm sorry if you are single and if you're really like hoping to find someone or meet someone. I also feel that this is talking about like self-love, the love that you have for your body, for your mental well-being, for your heart space, like for you, right? For all of you. And I mainly feel that because of the Three of Cups in reverse, which, as I said, feels more like you turning your focus and your gaze inwards, and you kind of clearing out space of any lingering negative or sad or depressed energy, and also people who cause you to be in that kind of state or who influence you in a negative way. So yeah, this feels more like love towards self and like platonic love among your true friends and among your closest people who are truly there for you. And that's the kind of energy that I feel that is going to come to the forefront for you as you kind of make these decisions about who you want to keep in your space and who you want to let go. But yeah, love is a major theme, and more specifically, especially love towards yourself. But then we also have wisdom, which is kind of just, again, it's almost like these two cards actually kind of tying in together for me, because it's about you coming into the wisdom of what you want to have around you, because that is very often a reflection of who you are as a person, right? And I feel like you are kind of getting or becoming more knowing about who you are, and therefore what you need around you and what you need in your life, and you are going to express that outward to others as well, and hence like these changes are going to start taking place. But as I said, slowly, right? Slowly, one step at a time, taking these little minor changes and starting to shift the energy around you. So all in all, a very beautiful energy coming through from both of these cards. And again, even with this wisdom and this imagery of this mermaid like diving deep into the depths of the water, I kind of feel like you coming into like knowledge about the depths of yourself, maybe going into places that you didn't know you had, or discovering some really cool things about yourself, and bringing that knowledge forward so that it could enrich your life moving forward. So it's yeah, as I said, in any case, this is a really, really, really positive energy. But we have two last advice cards as well for the month. We're starting with the Moonology Oracle deck. Conclusions are within reach. Yeah, I do feel that with the Justice card for some reason, very strongly, that there is some form of resolution that is going to take place. So definitely something happening there. But we also have Seahorse Spirit, Watch and Wait. Yeah, so as I said, these two cards are kind of like just advice cards, suggestion cards for the month. And I do feel that the month might require a lot of patience on your part. It's not about like going out there and taking massive action and doing a lot. It's not that. It's more so, as I said, turning your focus inward and working with energies. Doing this like energetic clearing out and emotional clearing out, and looking at, again, your relationships that are present in your life, and really working through them and figuring out for yourself who you want to take with you on your journey forward and who you don't want to take with you. And also in your career situations, or in your monetary situation, whatever this financial aspect of the reading symbolizes for you, it's also like, I don't see a lot of action taking necessarily with this Justice. I feel that there is some form of again, some form of resolution that is going to take place, and it feels very much outside of you, because this is a major arcana. So this feels more like external situations, or an external happening taking place that you just kind of have to, again, watch and wait and see what happens. But I do feel that it is going to be a positive turn of events for you. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave you guys there, because otherwise I'm just going to start repeating myself too much, and no one really likes to listen to that. So thank you so much, pile number 3, for watching this reading. I really hope that it resonated for you in some way, and that it gave you something useful. Now, if I don't see you in the other piles, then I'm sending you so much love and light, and I'm wishing you all the best for the upcoming month. And I hope to see you guys soon in my next readings. Bye-bye. And last but not the least, hello, pile number 4. You guys chose the blue lace agate, which is just such a kind of sweet and gentle stone. Kind of need to turn it over because it keeps rattling. But yeah, it's such a sweet and gentle stone, and even though it is a blue tone stone, so it's more like more so associated with the throat chakra, I kind of very much associate it with the heart as well. So yeah, it's just a very, very sweet and gentle energy with the blue lace agate. But let's get straight to the cards. So we're going to start with the tarot portion of the reading, as always, and I'm going to lay the cards out first, and then I'm going to tell you what they symbolize. So starting out with Temperance in reverse, King of Cups, Nine of Swords, ooh, Queen of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. Wow, what are you guys up to? These are some heavy hitting energies. So, as I said, these cards are symbolizing very specific energies. So right in the middle we have your energy for the month, or your kind of general energy. Then these two cards are symbolizing your relationships with other people. This is not strictly like, this is not a romantic kind of energy. This is very general regarding the general energy around your relationships and your connections with other people. And then these last cards are your situation regarding your money, your finances, your like financial situation, or your work job aspect of your life. So, okay, well, starting with your energy, we have the Nine of Swords. So it seems that you are very much in your head about something. It seems that you are worried a lot, that you are very anxious about something. It could be that you're very anxious about your finances more so than anything, because I do very strongly see a connection with the Eight of Swords over here. But in any case, what I want to note about the Nine of Swords is that it's always a good thing to remember. This is the kind of energy that is only existing in your head. And more likely than not, you may be a bit overly stressed about things, and maybe even making a bigger deal about them than they truly are. So even though you are somewhat like worried and anxious about what is going to happen, I feel like it's more so like based on nothing. That it's not really as serious as you may be telling yourself that it is. So it's all to do with your mindset, really, and all it takes is for you to shift your mindset and focus more on the positive things, and have a more positive outlook on life. And I know that it sounds like it sounds kind of like empty words, and it might even sound somewhat annoying if you are in this like Nine of Swords space. I absolutely realize that it's not easy to come out of that kind of thinking and to come out of that kind of headspace, but it is possible. And again, even though it's more of a this card has more of a negative connotation and association, it's something that you have the power to change, because I don't see like anything actually very like tragic happening on the cards for you. It just seems that you might be overly worried about something, but yeah, in truth it seems that things are not actually as drastic as you may be seeing them as. So it's just something to be mindful of for the upcoming month, especially when it comes to your thoughts. What kind of notions you feed to yourself. Maybe even be mindful of what kind of media you consume, what kind of like how much news do you watch, and how many like more worrying or panic-inducing articles you read, or just those kinds of things. Like, really be mindful about the kind of information you consume, and just try to like maybe calm your mind down a bit, so that it wouldn't like drive you absolutely crazy and just stress you out for no reason. Yeah, so that's just something to be mindful of for the upcoming month. But now, looking at the Temperance in reverse with the King of Cups in reverse, I see a certain kind of there seems to be some form of like imbalance, and I just want to point out, because it's really interesting, that we have the King of Cups with the Queen of Cups coming out. So we have a true match, a true pair. These could actually even symbolize your parents as well, because the Queen of Cups very often can indicate a mother figure, and the King of Cups, like, it can be a father figure, but of course it doesn't have to be. You don't have to get caught up in that. We're just talking about energies, so I just wanted to point that out for whoever it might resonate with. But I actually feel that something to bear in mind for the upcoming month is that someone, and it's most likely an authority figure, or someone who you kind of either look up to, or someone who maybe feels responsible for you in some way. You might have I don't want to say a power struggle, but there's something where some kind of occurrence or some kind of situation that arises somewhat forces you off balance. There's some kind of with the Temperance in reverse, I feel some kind of like either emotions boiling over, or a situation not handled the best when it comes to how you handle your emotions and how you express your emotions. And more specifically, I feel that from this King of Cups person. And these two feel more so like they are energies outside of yourself. At least this definitely feels like this is not you. This seems to be someone else in your life, and someone who is probably a very significant person in your life. And again, I also feel like it's a father figure kind of energy, or someone who is older than you, who, as I said, for some reason I get this responsibility aspect, but it doesn't have to be a father. It can absolutely be your romantic partner as well, or your spouse, or it can be even a sibling or a family member. But whoever this King of Cups person is, I feel like they do have deep feelings for you, but it might just be that they are not able to express them the best. So some kind of situation may arise in the upcoming month where the emotions are not handled the best, and they are not expressed in the best way. So with the Temperance card being here, though, I do feel that you might want to like tread lightly, or be extra cautious about your relationships with other people. So as I said, more strongly, I feel that this is a very specific situation that arises where like emotions can kind of boil over, and it might actually feed into this worrisome energy of yours, or that might be some form of like a source of stress for you. But I do feel that it can be resolved with just like again, tempering your emotions and remaining calm in the situation. But just more broadly speaking, the overall, if this is just like an overall energy for your relations with other people, then I just feel that it might be a good thing to remember that when you are dealing with other people, and as you are communicating with them, you might want to pay extra close attention to how you express yourself, and maybe have a more gentle approach to others, especially if other people don't agree with you, if they trigger you in some way, if they cause any kind of like negative reaction within you. Instead of like lashing out or acting out in like anger or frustration or anything like that, try to have a more gentle approach. And it's actually even interesting that you chose the blue lace agate, because as I said, this stone has a very gentle, very, very gentle approach to it. And it is, again, associated with the throat chakra because of the blue hue that the stone has. So as you are talking to other people, as you are expressing yourself in relationships with other people, I feel that having a very gentle and a very compassionate and understanding manner is going to be extremely beneficial for you. Because I'm not gonna lie, I do see some form of triggering that may come up for you during this month, and more specifically from a specific person who might be pushing your buttons anyway. But yeah, some kind of situation I feel is going to arise that requires more of your kind of emotional maturity, because I don't feel that from this person. And again, more broadly, this might be that you just kind of need to pay close attention to your communications with other people, because it might be that several instances might be popping up for you where you might be tempted to kind of lash out, but the better thing would be not to. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna say about the relationship aspect. But now we have the Queen of Cups with the Eight of Swords. So with this, talking about your like monetary or your financial situation, there definitely seems to be some form of restriction or some form of limitation that is happening here. And now this Queen of Cups, as I said, it feels like it's someone outside of you, but of course it could be your own energy as well. If this is someone outside of you, it could be that someone is coming in to offer their support and help to you when you feel that you are in a bit of a tight spot when it comes to your finances. Someone might be coming in to kind of give you a hand or help you out. And again, the Queen of Cups more often than not is like a mother figure, or someone who is very feminine, very nurturing, very caring. But it doesn't have to be a mother. It can just be a person who embodies these traits. And again, it could be male, could be female. This is not a gender specific reading. This is just the energies that we're talking about. So yeah, in any case, it could be that someone is coming in to offer you their helping hand when you might be maybe like feeling that money is a bit tight, or you could be struggling financially speaking and like really worried about how you are going to manage with your finances. So someone could be coming in to help you out with that. But if this is representing you, it might be that during the upcoming month, you are really going to start thinking about and considering how you are limiting yourself and your growth when it comes to finances and your monetary situation. It could also even be that you, because as I said, you seem to be very like worried or very anxious about things, and it could have to do with your monetary situation. But I also feel that if this Queen of Cups is representing your own energy, then it could be that you're kind of starting to maybe open up about what is possible for you, or where you could move in the future when it comes to your career, your job path, your passion. Because the Ace of Swords is very much limiting yourself, restricting yourself, and keeping yourself stuck somewhere, even if you are like, if you're not really like, because the Eight of Swords is not necessarily a very happy energy. It's indicative of not being content, but still staying there because it feels as though there is no way out, or it feels as though there's nowhere to go. So you could be coming into this consideration of whether, like, if you are doing some kind of job or you are working somewhere where you are not actually happy, again, a situation that stresses you out, maybe you don't feel very fulfilled doing what it is that you do right now. So it could be that during this upcoming month, you are actually going to start thinking about what to do with that situation, what your heart calls you towards, and how you are limiting your own growth, as I already said, by staying in that place that doesn't actually make you happy. So again, take it as it resonates. If this is your own energy, I see you kind of starting to consider what you want to do when it comes to your career and your finances, and you may be starting to reconsider your current position if you feel somewhat restricted or if you don't feel happy and fulfilled there. But if this is someone else, then I see someone coming in to offer their support and their help to you when you might be feeling somewhat struggling or just having a more difficult time when it comes to your finances. But we also have these tea leaf fortune cards, and there are 4 of those, and these are symbolizing each week of the month for you. So we're going to look at like more specific or more significant events or energies coming up for you during each week of the month. But I don't want you guys to get too caught up in the cards, because sometimes the message can be somewhat dramatic and it can like sound very frightening, but in truth, it actually, at least in my own experience, it tends to be that the messages on these cards actually manifest on a whole other way, or in a whole other way than you would expect, and also on a more minor level. So they tend to be more like small issues that pop up. But okay, so we are starting off with week 1. We have flute, disappointment in a friend or lover. We have week 2, camel. Did I say week 2? Week 1. This was week 1, sorry. I can't remember what I said. But this is week 1. Week 2, we have camel, persevere and you will overcome problems. Week 3, we have broom, new home, new attitude. And bear, number 4, danger, especially in money matters. So, oh my goodness, it's yeah, as I said, sometimes these cards may sound a bit scary and frightening like this bear one does, but again, it's like it normally isn't anything big and major. This is just kind of letting you know to be mindful of your spending and to be careful about your investments and how you handle money and all that kind of thing. But again, we're rushing ahead, so let me get into them one by one. So we're starting off with week 1, disappointment in a friend or lover. And I actually feel that it could be tied to this King of Cups person in reverse, who you're going to have some kind of situation with. But it could also be that that you just have some kind of like a quarrel, or again, someone like does something that you didn't expect them to do, or someone says something that you didn't expect them to say, something like that. It doesn't have to be anything big or major. It can be like I don't know, someone maybe says something hurtful to you unintentionally, and you're kind of disappointed about that. So it could be something like more on a minuscule level, as I already said. So yeah, something during week 1 is going to pop up for you regarding your relationships, as it says, with a friend or a lover. And yeah, they might kind of like let you down in some aspect, or just, again, maybe they are not meeting your expectations regarding something, or they just disappoint you in one way or another. But again, I don't feel anything major with this, so I don't want to add to the worry, and I'm sorry that this is coming out, but yeah, just to kind of prepare you. Now, moving on to week 2, we have persevere and you will overcome problems. So yeah, I just feel like this is kind of letting you know that whatever issues you have, it's very important that you keep going, that you stick to what it is that you're doing, and that you don't give up. Because with this energy coming out here for the second week, it could be that, especially like with this 9 of Swords energy, it could be that during the second week is when you feel this energy the most, and it's like the heaviest, and you might be tempted to, like, as I said, give up, or like throw in the towel and just like hide under the covers and never come out. But it is reassuring you to keep going, even if you are faced with challenges, because you are able to overcome them. As I said, more strongly, I feel that this energy is in your head, for the most part, and you are able to actually overcome your issues, and you're able to work through your issues, but you just kind of need to come out of your own head to be able to do that, because I mean, our minds can drive ourselves absolutely crazy. So yeah, just week 2, very important that you don't succumb to these negative thoughts and doubtful thoughts. Now, week 3 is really, really amazing. We have Broom, new home, new attitude. So it feels like you are going to be doing some form of like refresh, some form of resetting. It could have to do with your external environment as well, that you might be like cleaning the house, or like just getting rid of any stuff that you don't want around you anymore. But there's some form of fresh energy that is coming in for you during week 3, which is kind of, as the card suggests, is giving you a new attitude. I feel like it's going to give you a bit of a breather, which is a very, very welcomed energy after these more worrisome energies that you might be experiencing. But now we have Bear. Oh, if I could get this card. Bear, danger, especially in money matters, which is the card for week 4. And as I said, I feel that this is just telling you to be mindful of your spending and to pay attention to how you handle money matters. And it could have a tie with this 8 of Swords. As I said, it feels as though you might be in a bit of a more tight spot, monetarily speaking, and you might be like very worried about that. But as I said, with the Queen of Cups, it could be that someone is coming in to help you, or that you are starting to see things from a whole other way, and that you're actually going to be finding some kind of solution, or starting to listen to your heart and your intuition more about what to do with this situation, with this restrictive situation. So yeah, it's always good to be mindful and to consider your spending and really think things through. But again, I don't feel like it's anything like very big or anything to be overly concerned about. So again, more strongly, I feel that this worrying energy is like blown out of proportion in your mind, and I feel that things are not actually as dire around you in physicality. But we are going to also look at the crystal or the gemstone of the month for you. And it's just, I just want to point out, it's so funny that this kind of looks like a brain, and you are in a lot of like thinking energy for the month. So I love that this association or the similarity is coming out. But yeah, this crystal or this stone this stone's energy is going to help you out for the upcoming month. So if you have this stone, amazing. Try and keep it near you. Try and surround yourself with the energy. But if you don't have it and you don't feel like getting it, or you're not interested in any of that, then you can just kind of listen to what the energy of the stone is all about and kind of keep it in your awareness. Because it's like this is a lucky, like a lucky talisman and a lucky energy for you. But this is magnesite, and what it is, Hiri magnesite is a magnesium carbonate crystal that ranges in color from clear to porcelain white to off pink to sepia toned, or sepia tone, sepia. I'm not sure, sorry. Its sometimes grooved brain-like appearance mimics its cerebral energy. Who needs it? Intellectuals, Aquarians. Where to put it? Wherever you go to quiet the mind or wake it the F up. Yeah, I'm loving that it actually says to quiet the mind, that this is what the stone is going to help you with, because yeah, with the Nine of Swords, exactly as I said, I feel like you definitely could benefit from quieting the mind. But when to use it? When you're just too smart for your own good, when you're completely lost in your thoughts, or they're running wild, dragging you behind them. Yeah, exactly. That's what I feel is happening for you guys. Remember, the mind is a powerful thing. You rule it, or it rules you. Meditate every day and show it who's boss with magnesite. Get your mind right. Oh my goodness, this is so crazy that this is coming out for you. So yeah, this stone and the energy, or the traits of this stone are definitely going to be of a lot of use to you. So if you wish to, if you so please, and if you can get your hands on magnesite, then I feel like it would be of immense help to you. But of course, if you can't find it, or if it's too expensive, or you just don't want to like spend money on it, you can also just like look at the stone on your phone, like on pictures, or online, or you can, even if you can and if you want to, you can print out the image of the stone and kind of put it somewhere where you can see it. Because as it says, the mind is a powerful thing. So even if you keep the energy and the name in your awareness, I feel like you'll be able to connect with it, and it might still help you out in some way. Or you can use a similar stone if you don't really resonate with this, but you have other stones that help you like calm down and relax the mind. Of course, you can use those as well. But I feel like the most important thing about this stone is the message, and it's all to do with quieting down the mind, relaxing the mind, and taking the edge off of those really like painstaking thoughts that you might be suffering from. So yeah, it definitely feels like you guys need to pay close attention to your thoughts and what your mind is feeding into. Or what your mind is feeding to you. Yeah, just again, be mindful of that, and as much as possible, try and get your mind to become still and quiet and peaceful. But we also have these Sacred Destiny Oracle cards, and these are going to symbolize two major themes coming out for you in or during the upcoming month. We have embracing and we have new beginnings. Oh, this is beautiful. And I actually even love that during week 3, we have this new home, new attitude. So yeah, I definitely feel like you are moving into newer energy, and like you are going to get a bit of a reset. As I said, new beginnings or like new energies are going to be opening up for you and easing you in to a more carefree way of being. But we also have embracing. So I feel with this card that it's kind of like talking about being present in the moment, and just like, I almost even want to say like being grateful for what is, and being grateful for both the challenges and the blessings. Because I mean, it's so easy to be happy and be grateful about the things that are going well in our lives. But when we are being challenged or put in front of these like difficult situations that actually like teach us lessons and that help us grow and develop as souls, as spiritual beings, and I mean as people as well, of course, but as they help us grow and evolve, we still more often than not don't like them, and we try and avoid them, and we try and get out of these more challenging energies as quickly as we possibly can. But with this card coming out here, I almost feel like this is like this kind of energy that you might be encountering this upcoming month is to kind of teach you or to help you to come out of your mind and to come back into your own body and kind of tap more into this peace and calm that is always present within you, where you can switch off your mind and the anxious and the worry and all of these like more dense and heavy feelings and energies. You can always tap into yourself, and when you are able to connect with that peaceful state of being, you are going to be much more level-headed, and it will be a lot easier for you to operate the external realm as well. So yeah, I just feel a lot of like peace and calm and quiet, but also just being grateful, being present in the moment, and being happy with what is. Trying to find the silver lining and the little bit of joy in any situation. So yeah, but in any case, I do feel very, very peaceful and very, very positive energy with all of these three cards actually. But last but not the least, we have the Moonology Oracle deck and we have the Spirit Animal Oracle. And these are just going to be general pieces of advice for you for the upcoming month. Oh my goodness, we have communication is key with the Moonology deck, and we have Wombat Spirit, be at home. I actually love that, like these two are kind of tying in so beautifully for me. And you have literally two cards that say the word home. So like being at home and taking care of your home and your living space might be somewhat of a theme coming out for you as well, or it might be somewhat on the forefront of things. It might really help you feel better about yourself as well as you take care of your living space and your surroundings as well. But with the communication is key, as I said, with your overall energies for the or for dealing with relationships with other people. I do feel that like gentleness and compassion and understanding, all these kinds of really positive traits are really, really beneficial for you when you deal with other people. And again, as it says, communication is key. Just talking things out, and even like if you struggle with speaking your truth or expressing your feelings and expressing yourself in general, then yeah, that might be a message coming through for you as well, that during this month especially, it might be somewhat of a like a milestone for you, or it might be that you really get to test your like how you express yourself, really put that to the test. And having this very like gentle and compassionate approach, I feel is going to take you a very long way this month. So yeah, definitely keep in mind your communication style with others. But also, again, with this be at home card, again, I feel like this is talking about just being present and being in your body, listening to your body, trying to kind of be very present and be still, even as like things are happening around you, but trying to stay grounded and present in that, and just taking care of yourself, looking after yourself. And again, as much as possible, coming out of that very analytical and fast-paced mind of yours, and try and find the peace and the calm and the tranquility, and of course meditate as much as you possibly can, because again, I feel like it is going to help you as well. But I'm gonna leave you guys there. So very big month coming for you in a way. I don't necessarily feel a lot of like physical action and commotion taking place, but more so just a lot of like energetic breakthroughs that you might potentially come into this month. So very, very exciting reading, definitely. But I hope that it helped you, and I hope that it resonated with you in some way. So I thank you so much for watching this reading, and I'm wishing you all the best, and I hope that the month will be really, really great for you in any case. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm sending you so much love and light. Please take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.